Hello, welcome to the video about IT network automation. I am an IT network engineer. I am CCIE in routing switch and wireless. This video is about IT network automation. The automation about firewall policy analysis. The firewall policy analysis automation. I make this video to introduce the network automation skill I developed in the recent project, and I will share the skill with you and just share the automation code with you. Hope it can helpful to you to your work. I think the video is more suitable for the people working in IT network field, and because it's about the IT network profession. Okay, let's start to talk about the network automation for firewall policy. The automation here is just about writing code, writing the automation code, and to do the work that network engineer need to do manually. And here we focus on the firewall automation, the firewall policy analysis automation. In the network project, there is a firewall, the common firewall, like AIC firewall or FortiGate firewall. There is a lot of policy citing the security policy for restricting the network connection. And in this policy, just restrict just the source, the destination address, and which service which service is allowed, which service will be denied. The network policy. And here we sometimes I think we always need to do that. We need to analyze the policy, because okay, I will show you. This is a FortiGate firewall configuration. This is and this is a policy, the firewall policy. And then for the policy, we need to do the policy analysis. In other words, it's a firewall policy extension. Because here, for example, here, I take this policy as example because it includes more information here, and we need to extend the source address or destination address. But the destination address, they just define the different objects. It is a common using object is a common way for the policy citing, and we can't just write all the specific network address range in the policy. So we just use object and to represent the policy. To represent the involved IP address, subnet IP address. But this is the rule to do the firewall policy citing. But as an engineer, we need to know in each policy what the policy just affect. In other words, which network connection is related to this policy, and which source address and which destination address will be affected by the policy. To do this, we need to expand the source or destination content. And if we do it manually, it will be boring, time consuming. Because we have to find the according network IP address information from the big firewall configuration content. For example, for this policy, the policy 2, we try to find, okay, this object, what this object represents beside RCC ode, and we have to go to, okay, this same configuration. We go to try to find it. I have already found it. I just show you. You find here is it's not object. It's just the subnet name. Okay, we know it represents this subnet. Okay, so this subnet include here, and yeah, and we need to find this, and this, and this one is it's not a subnet. This is a object. An object may contain different subnet information. So we have to find the information content in this object one by one, like this. Here, it just include a lot of members. And this member will just represent different subnet address or subnet address group. It means a lot of just a subnet address information need to be written here, destination address. And to do this is boring. If we do this manually, we just find which subnet content and which subnet, which object content and which subnet group, which subnet are content in the object, and then just find the according subnet address one by one. So in this video, I just talk about doing this automatically. In other words, write code to do this boring work. This is called the automatic firewall policy analysis. This is my code. Here, I would like to share the code with you, and I say this code is a common one. That's to say, you can use this code to do the firewall policy analysis, expanding the source destination address, source destination interface for the firewall policy. And this code can be run for all common firewall devices. You just need to copy the firewall configuration. This is a firewall configuration. This is a firewall configuration, and run this code without modifying anything, and you can just do the firewall policy analysis work automatically. This is the code, and I will show you the code and run and just execute the code to see its function. And I will publish the code in a public cloud. If you get interest, you can download the code from the public area. This is a long line. This code is written with Python. It just require some foundation for the data structure application and the information search algorithm. In this code, the major function of this code is about search information and document the information from the firewall configuration file. I show the whole lines of this code. I say it again, in this code, after copying this, you can use in your project directly without modifying anything. Just to do the firewall policy analysis work. A little bit longer, but not too big, this code. The code itself is mainly about the information search and just document the search result. You just apply some search algorithm, and the major part is about firewall, the reading and writing file, and the different data structure using, and just apply the data search algorithm based on the different data structure. And when writing this code, I don't use the regular expression. If you, it is popular sometimes for Python programming. I think if it can be used for the data collection, data search. But I don't use it. It's just a common data structure use, common logic about Python. Almost we finish. Yeah, this is the whole part of my code. I say I will publish it in a public cloud. If you get interested, you can download. Oh yeah, and this is one as I show you in this video. And yeah, the procedure of this code, our idea of this code is similar to the one about doing the policy expansion manually. And just extend the source destination address content, source destination interface content if it is necessary to do. And all the information is searched from the firewall configuration. Now I ran the code. It's just in this file path, the code. FortiGate 1. Before running the code, I say something about the files cooperating with the automation code. It just create 4 empty txt file. The name is dmz txt, firewall policy read txt, and group object txt and subnet txt. They all empty. The purpose for doing that, oh sorry, this should be empty because after executing code, this file will be filled with some content, but now it is empty. So just create these 4 empty files before running the code. This is the code, and this file is a FortiGate configuration. It's a big one. A lot of information, and we just a configuration for the firewall, FortiGate firewall. We just get the information we need from this file. And if we search the information manually, it's just a lot of information. So time consuming to do that and boring. Look, a lot of information. And we just use this and we extract some just a different information we want and store in these 4 empty files. It will be done when the program is running. And yeah, so the program mainly deal with the FortiGate firewall configuration and just do the policy, the firewall policy extension, and the extension result. The information will be stored, will be written in the FortiGate policy. Now it's empty. And now I start to run this program. we use Python to just write the program. And Python is idle for the network automation. For the other network automation function, like just the troubleshooting automation, the configure update automation, config extractor automation, or just even topology drawing, a picture automation. I just use Python. It's idle for the network automation functions. Okay, I use a Windows PowerShell to run the network automation code. I go to the right file path. And it just depends on you and where you store the automation code and where you go to run the code. Now I just run the code this one, and the result will be right in this one. Now it's empty. Done. And we see the result. This is not, as I say, this is the FortiGate configuration, this one. And yeah, we just we document the information, and the result is just writing in this one. Yeah. So okay, this is the program running result. And yeah, you can see the network policy here is clearly extended. Just extend the source destination interface as source destination address, because there are many content just included in these 4 items. Of course, I just in the program I do the policy number reorder from the lower one to the higher one. Here in the original policy setting, it is this order. And this is the result. Yeah, and we just we can see the destination address, the source. If there is a object or subnet or under the destination address or source address, it will be expanded. And here we can see it's a policy 2. It's a beside RCC old, beside subnet, just a subnet name, beside. And here is a group, object group, beside direct internet all this content just the subnet address and need to be written under this policy. Here it is that it just extract the according subnet address information for each subnet or subnet group. Look, these objects are extended. You can clearly see which source address are involved in this policy. The policy just accept this all service and do some setting for the log traffic and do some command which address or which subnet address are involved in this policy. Look, a lot of IP information. You can imagine if we do the things, if we do this thing manually, find this one by one from this huge or this large information content. It will be a very time-consuming stuff. And it's just a one policy, and there is totally 60 policy or 50, 60, a lot of ones. And if we all do this policy analysis work manually, it will take several hours or maybe even a day and boring. But here the computer do it. As you see, just 3 seconds for the code running, and it done the thing well. Look, there's a source address need to be extended, destination address extended. You know which subnets are affected by this policy. 4 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, similar. Just do the policy content extension. (16, 17, 21, 23, 26, 11, 31, 33, look, 38. It just document the IP address information for each policy. Do the expansion work clearly within 3 seconds. So here maybe you can find the big advantage of network automation for the firewall policy analysis. It is quicker, much quicker. Just as I say, if you do this work manually to extend the source destination address information, just the source destination address manually for all the policies, it may take you half a day or even 1 day. But the automation program just do it within a few seconds, and it is accurate. The computer work is accurater than human being, and you do need to spend time on doing the policy extension work manually, and you can take your time to do something else, or even you can just run the program in different PC or different VMware virtual machine, and to just analyze the firewall policy for different firewall devices at the same time. More or even more efficient. Yes. yeah, I just analyzes and mark the IP subnet information for each device. And yeah, as I said, this is how the code running, and this is the result. It shows what this automation code can do. And yeah, and I say I would like to share this skill, the code I develop, and this code can be used directly for the firewall devices, and you can use it directly in your network project for doing the policy analysis. Oh, yeah, this is what I want to show you in this video. And thanks for watching, and see it again. And this code can be just ran directly in your network project. Hopefully, it can be helpful for you just work or project. Thanks for watching.